So chapter number 6, that is combustion and flame. So in this chapter, we are going to discuss about the process that is combustion and about the different types of combustion, ignition temperature. As we all know that a piece of paper, it's very easy to burn, but when we try to a bundle of papers, it's very difficult. Then inflammable substances, why petrol, diesel, kerosene oil, they catch fire. Controlling fire, that if somewhere fire is uncontrolled, then how we can control that, right? Then the types of combustion, basically three types of combustion: explosion, then fuel efficiency, that if we are using the petrol, diesel in the car, so there are some characteristics which has to be specified by these, so that's why we are using it. And then more important, burning of fuels leads to harmful products. We are burning fuels, but that is very dangerous for us. So first of all, the combustion. So here you can see in the pictures a chemical process in which a substance reacts with oxygen to give off heat is called combustion. Simply when you burn a piece of paper, you say that it's burning. But in scientific way, if we want to define, right? So it's a chemical process. Why it's a chemical process? Because burning, in with this, it will use a substance that is oxygen and it give off heat. That is called combustion. And for combustion, we need a substance that will undergo that process and which will produce heat and light as well. And that substance which undergoes combustion is known as fuel. Now the fuel may be of three types. One is solid, liquid, or gas. Solid fuels, you know that. Liquid fuels, you know that. And gaseous fuels, you know that. Solid, we can say about charcoal. Liquid is kerosene. And gas is LPG. Right? Look at here. Sometimes light is also given off during combustion, either as a flame or as a glow. If I talk about flame, then the burning of candle, it will produce a flame. Glow means charcoal. When you burn a charcoal, then it will give a glow, right? So sometimes it give light, sometimes it give just glow. Very, very important term. First of all, regarding combustion, anyone having any doubt, but please don't create a chaos. Anyone having any doubt, you can ask. You can unmute yourself and then ask. Anyone having any doubt? Arav, Adya, Abhinav?
No, sir, no doubt.
Sir, I have a doubt.
Who's there?
Sir, I have Abhinav.
हाँ अभिनव बताओ.
Sir, it's like in the definition, you find that combustion is a chemical process in which oxygen is involved. So, sir, if we take the opposite definition of this, in which the oxygen is not involved, then we define the term as destructive distillation.
Destructive distillation, no. It's a chemical process because combustion require oxygen. If you will give incomplete supply of oxygen, then we can say the incomplete combustion take place. Like if we talk about the जो घर पे हम गैस चूल्हा यूज करते हैं, right? We use it now. You might have observed sometimes there is red color or orange color light comes out from these burners, and some black color depositions are there below the surface of the vessels. Why this also? Because of the incomplete combustion, because they are not getting the complete supply of oxygen, right? So that means combustion will take place, but we can't say that it's destructive distillation.
Okay, sir.
Anybody else? Okay. So I'm going to mute you all again.
Excuse me, sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, who is there?
Sir, I sneaked.
Snake, ask.
Sir, sir, the combustion needs three things. Sir, what was that? One is oxygen, I knew, and what are the other two?
One is oxygen, right? That is
Yes, sir.
air, we can say. And one is fuels, that is combustible substance, which undergoes combustion and produce heat and light, right? And third is the adequate amount of heat. Adequate amount of heat means the temperature. That is our next topic. That's good you asked this question, because it is related with the next one. And the third one, the very important quantity, that is the ignition temperature, right? Which is required, like ignition temperature. Let me tell you that if we want to burn a piece of paper, single piece of paper with a matchstick, it will catch fire immediately, right? But if you want to burn a simple book containing 100 pages, same pages but 100 in numbers, but it will take time. Why does this so? Because of ignition temperature. So ignition temperature is also required. If combustion has to take place, then the heat which we supplying, that should equal to the ignition temperature or more than that. If we are supplying the heat that is less than ignition temperature, then the combustion, the burning will not start, right? So the
Yes, sir.
third is ignition temperature, beta. Okay. So that is your ignition temperature. As we have already discussed, ignition temperature is the lowest temperature. Ignition temperature is the lowest temperature at which a substance catches fire, right? That is called its ignition temperature. So you can take number of examples, number of questions. You might have seen whenever a person catch on fire, right? So we wrap the body of that person by a blanket, right? So why we cover it? Because we want to stop the supply of oxygen. Same way, if house catch on fire and the electricity is not a cause, suppose the wood is burning, so what we used to do, we throw water on it. Why we throw water? To increase the ignition temperature. Why the burning blows off, why the burning stops when we throw water over that burning piece of wood? Why it happens? Because water is increasing the ignition temperature of that same piece of wood which was earlier burning. When there is an increase in ignition temperature of that piece of burning wood, then the wood will stop burning. Slowly, the burning will stop immediately. Right? This is why we say that ignition temperature is very important physical quantity. Same way, you can say if we want to burn a single piece of wood, that is very easy. But if you make a log of wood and then you try to burn it, then it is very difficult to burn. Why this is so? Same reason, because of ignition temperature, right? So ignition temperature is the
Excuse me.
third quantity which is required for the combustion to take place.
Sir, can you explain it once again? Sir, it is little confusing.
Okay, sure. Ignition temperature. Just think over a simple dry leaf. You might have seen the dry leaves. when you just use a matchstick, but bringing a burning matchstick to a single dry leaf, then it will catch fire easily, right? But if you take the green leaf of the same kind, same tree, same shape, same size, then it will not burn. Why it will not burn? Because of the reason that dry leaves have low ignition temperature, whereas in case of green leaves, there is moisture present in it, because of which the ignition temperature will be high. And that's why the green leaf will not burn as easily as the dry leaves are burning. So this is the ignition temperature, because for everything, every fuel, all the combustible substances, there is a minimum temperature which is required at which they will start burning. It's not possible that if you are bringing a burning matchstick near the piece of paper and you are just passing near that, it will immediately catch fire. You will keep a contact between the burning matchstick and the piece of paper or anything else which you want to burn, right? And during that contact, the heat supplied will attain the temperature which is equal to the ignition temperature. At that point, immediately the substance will start burning and the combustion will start. And that temperature, that point is known as ignition temperature, right? Any doubt?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So I'm sharing one video regarding this in the group. Okay. Till now, these two topics I have to cover today. There are a number of questions based on the ignition temperature. So you just go through it, and I'm sharing the video that will help you to understand better that ignition temperature. Okay. Just watch that video in the WhatsApp group.